Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This one's a biggin', but we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? It happens to be my Mega Ran shirt. I would genuinely say one of my favorite shirts. But who is Mega Ran? What is Mega Ran? Mega Ran. So Mega Ran, also known by his other stage name Random, is a guy named Raheem Jarbo, who's a teacher, rapper, hero, who he works in the sort of hip hop and nerdcore genres of music stuff. And I became aware of his stuff probably about 15 years ago, so I'm like, it was definitely my early 20s. Sort of early-ish days of, YouTube and stuff like that. And, I was already enjoyed hip-hop work anyway. And then on top of that, it's like, hey, here's this super cool guy who's rapping about, video games and stuff. And, on top of that, he's also, working with the whole Mega Man franchise and that whole thing, which happens to be one of my personal favorite video game franchises. It hit. And I was really fortunate, and I've been fortunate enough where I've seen him perform live a number of times over the years. I actually have some videos of said performances. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as his music is concerned, because I think he's an incredible artist, and he's always putting out top quality content. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? So, I went out today. I woke up and I was like, you know what? I got a few extra bucks, I'm going to go out and grab some food, right? As I've been known to do. And so I'm like, kind of drumming it through my head. And I was like, well, yeah, there's this place, there's that place. And then it kind of occurred to me, it's been a little bit since I've been out to a burger spot, which is rare for me. Typically, that's kind of my go-to move. And I was like, well, where do I go back to? Well, there's a place called Hamburger Heaven that is a local iconic spot that I have reviewed a couple of burgers from in the past, and I hadn't been there in a while. And I was looking over their menu, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get this, maybe I'll get that. And then I saw it. It was literally off to the side of their menu. What is it? It happens to be there. Boom! And boom! It says no bowl because this is their no bowl burger. It is their biggest burger. Like I said, I guess I'd never paid attention to that little side of the menu. The no bowl burger consists of 2 1/3 pound beef burgers, got on a brioche bun, a bed of fries, ketchup, lettuce, onions, and mix. And mix is their mayo, mustard, and relish mix that they use for a sauce. Okay, look at this thing. It's like a cake box. And what with this being a local review for a local establishment, it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. And because it's a burger review, it's also going to end up on my Burgers for Days playlist. So a couple playlists you can catch this one on. Oh my, I don't know what to do. I might have to deconstruct the box. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Because, it's so much. Oh, that's ridiculous and amazing, and I love it. And let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. Ha 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 ha! Sure, man. Ooh, how do we eat this? Fries. Fries are good. How? To be fair, I've eaten some enormous burgers in my day. So many fries. The bun is not holding up well. Oh no. Alright, let's take some of the fries. Put them over here. So I can try to get a grip on this thing. Oh, it's so unwieldy. That's attractive, right? I think so. It is definitely not an easy thing to consume. But I am Brandon Wenzel, goddammit. I haven't met a burger yet that can defeat me. Oh. That's a good burger. I'll tell you what it kind of tastes like. Kind of tastes like a extremely elevated version of a Big Mac. Like, obviously it doesn't have the extra bun, but it has the layer of fries. That's kind of filling a similar role. And then their mixed sauce, which again, it's, the mayo, the mustard, and the relish. It definitely has sort of a sort of Big Mac sauce quality to it. It's kind of tangy. It's got some... Oh, man. Fuck off. But it's a little bit more zippy than the Big Mac sauce. I feel like the relish plays a bigger role. That's really nice. Especially for a burger this size, you want some zippy sauce. Otherwise, it's going to be completely lost in this whole thing. God damn. It is not easy to eat, but it is tasty to eat. So, double-edged sword, as it were. No, it's really tasty. Like I said, Hamburger Heaven, they're an iconic spot for the area. They're in Elmhurst, Illinois. They've been around for a really long time. They're one of those cool sort of corner restaurants, no real seating or anything, but, you just go over there, order at the front, make your way around. Yeah, that's just tasty. Burgers themselves are decent. I wouldn't consider the patties to be overly exceptional in terms of flavor, but they're good burgers. They're certainly getting the job done. The fries are tasty. I do think their mixed sauce is what kind of puts this over the edge for me. It just gives it that extra oomph of personality. Yeah, man, okay. Let's put this down carefully. Okay. Well, that's so ridiculous. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? On rare occasion, and sure-ish. So, here's the thing. I am perfectly fine with an unwieldy burger. I think if you watch the show, you probably know that by now. I am not a big prescriber of the notion of, it's too big, it's hard to... Blah, 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 blah. Put in a little effort. Believe in yourself. But at the same time, obviously something like that, that's not something I'm going to go to as like a regular thing, because I die, for one thing. But yeah, it is obviously, it's a little bit of work to make it happen. But in terms of the overall flavor and everything, like I said, it's tasty. It's not exactly, it's one of those things where in terms of the obviously the presentation is very sort of striking and impressive. The burger itself is good. And I feel like that's kind of been the case for me with Hamburger Heaven, is like their burgers are always good. I don't think I've ever had one that I've disliked. But at the same time, I'd be lying if I said that they hugely stand out to me as being like, because again, these days, we have very sort of premium burger spots and, all different types of burger varieties. I think Hamburger Heaven is a proper testament to that old style burger spot. But at the same time, like I said, we do have more options. I like this burger. It's fun, it's ridiculous, and it works within that classic style. And like I said, it just feels like a much better version of a Big Mac. So I think I would get it every now and again. If I'm recommending it, first of all, you're probably not just a gluttonous monster like myself, so obviously it would be a little bit of a thing. But maybe if you got a friend or something, you want to tackle it together, or maybe you are a gluttonous monster like me and you're just going to, down it. Good on you. I will say this. There are, of the burgers that I've had from Hamburger Heaven, I would probably recommend any of those over this. Not because this is bad, but because, again, it is so ridiculous. And I do feel like you could go over there and get one of their more specialty burgers and then just an order of fries and get a similar experience, but that's a little bit more contained. But at the same time, there is some fun in this type of thing. That's part of the appeal of it. It is a little bit ridiculous. And, it's something you can go over there, take some pictures, put them on the Instagrams and the Facebooks and such. So, but at the same time, it's still a pretty good burger. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly heavenly-tastic rest of your life. Because Hamburger Heaven, you know the thing. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. Mr. Pibb. Try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on the burger sizes and styles and stuff like that? Because, I've definitely talked to a fair amount of people, they don't prefer, the thicker burgers, if you're going to make it bigger, just make it wider. I don't agree with that. I think, for one thing, there's room for every different type of burger. But I'm definitely team thicker burger than flatter burger, typically. Because at least if you can get a thicker burger, you can get it cooked to, medium rare, and that's where flavor lives, folks. So, but let me know your personal feelings on it. Bye.